dues and your union supports a political cause that I do not agree with, I have a beef with you and your union for supporting liberal causes with my tax dollars. Gets worse, brothers and sisters. It also said it is a valid belief that public workers' union dues support liberal policy and should not be allowed. Think about that. Think about that. They're saying that if you're a public service worker, you do not have the same rights as the rest of Americans. They're saying that if you're not allowed to give your hard-earned money or express your political ideas, spend your money the way you see fit. You do not have the same rights as the rest of America because you're a government worker. You know what I say? Bullshit. Government worker or not, this isn't the issue. This is America. We all have the right to belong to a union or not to. They're saying that if you're an American who works for the government, you should not have these rights. What about the money they give away to our legislators? What about housing allowances, travel? What about private corporations that we subsidize that build ballparks, government bailouts, mortgage companies, oil companies?
They're public health care.
Are we not American taxpayers?
Yes.
What about private industry union workers? Are they trying to say that if any of those unions support liberal ideas, it shouldn't have to be paid after all? You're buying these products with your hard-earned dollars, right? But they're not government workers. I guess the idea, because unions have supported the ideas of Social Security, civil rights, health insurance, public education, equal rights and pay for women, we should abolish these laws. After all, they were supported by liberal organizations like unions. Maybe we need to go back 200 years. Let's bring back slavery, sweatshops, 7-day work week. Maybe these anti-union thinkers need to give back their Social Security. The real liberal organization supported Social Security big time. Brothers and sisters, don't let this happen. Call your congressperson, your legislator, your city council person. Let them know we are all hardworking, tax-paying Americans, and we not only deserve the same rights as all Americans, we are Americans. We have trying times. Stand up. Be counted. Solidarity. Believe in it.
So just in case that nobody knows, Wisconsin was actually the birthplace of collective bargaining for public employees, and that was thanks to our brothers and sisters at AFSCME. This is a direct hit on AFSCME in Wisconsin. You know, we've talked a little bit about elected officials, and I, for one, I gotta be honest, I don't like to put a lot of faith in elected officials because then we get disappointed, right? But at times, there's a few who don't stand with us just when things are easy. They don't stand with us when they're just trying to get our endorsement or have us walk for them. In fact, sometimes they stand with us even when we didn't endorse them. And that is when we know they're a true champion. It is with great pleasure that I bring up a man who's saving our ass from Walmart in San Diego because he's bringing to the state legislature my good friend, Senator Juan Vargas.
Yeah!
The workers in Wisconsin. We're going to stand with our fellow senators, our Democratic senators that are now no longer in Wisconsin. And if they need a place to stay, they can stay in my house in California. What we're doing here today is showing that we are going to stand up for the rights of the middle class. And we would have no middle class but for unions, but for collective bargaining. And you know what? Unfortunately, in California, our budget situation is worse. It's worse than Wisconsin. And you know what? The unions are the first to stand up and say, we will be part of the solution. As hard as that is. In fact, we could never make this budget work but for collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is the benefit to everybody. We have to fight for it. We have to stand up and say this, that we're not going to bend. And we is now, it's no longer Coke, now it's clutch. The new drug is clutch, and we're not going to take that drug. The clutch brother drug. Boycott clutch. Already, boycott clutch. Just as we boycott Walmart. Help me on that bill.